people do not understand the untapped potential of scholarships in Asia. If you can get your mind over this whole matter of the language, it's a beautiful place to live.
Yeah, like
cost
for
of living.
I guess
Bro,
okay.
the Chinese yuan to dollar is.
Yeah.
I guess.
And people don't understand that. So everybody's just scared of COVID and all that. You'll be surprised.
Hi guys, welcome to Japa Chronicles podcast. I'm your humble host,
Big head writer. One day you shall finally accept.
Medici.
Big head writer.
Isaac Medici. I don't know.
What's the meaning of Medici?
I've not told you guys, so let's get into it real quick.
Let's not.
The Medicis were the richest family in the world in the 19th century. So I'm like,
what are you trying to say?
It's by faith now.
When they say, okay, fake it till you make it.
Woo!
Okay. That makes sense.
Love it. We have here with us Mom Z and of course me, King of Japa. Let's get right into the intro, please. How about Manchester United? Theatre of defeats.
You know, it didn't happen in Theatre of Dreams now. What are you saying?
No. That's not your nickname, right? Your new nickname is Theatre of Defeats.
I don't understand. How is it Theatre of Defeat?
What Crystal Palace did to you yesterday?
It was in their house.
How was the match for you?
I didn't watch it. I watched the first half.
Because I feel like a couple of minutes ago you said you were enjoying the goals.
Yeah, so what happened was I watched the first 2 goals and then I turned
it off.
Then I just went back like,
all of
it. Maybe I turned on, I just saw the third goal.
Every goal was a hit. Back to back.
Interesting weekend. I'm happy. I mean, we have the FA Cup. We have the FA Cup final coming up. So, I mean, something.
You lost 4 to Crystal Palace. What do you think Manchester City is going to do to you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, just sounding like that Charles and Azodo.
Delusional.
When there's one radio program I used to listen to that he anchors, when Chelsea loses, he will just come and be saying it doesn't matter.
It doesn't actually matter. Everybody loses.
Isaac no enter work group yesterday.
Everybody loses.
Isaac no enter work group yesterday.
I was working.
You know enter banter.
I was working. I've been busy all night.
I think it's like you prepared for this responses. You are giving it like it's a script you are reading.
I've been working. I'm busy. I don't have time for football. What's that football? It's a waste of time. You have to focus on things that matter.
I can't believe
Let's get into our conversation for today.
When they beat Chelsea.
That's not the point, though. Let me tell you why he's not talking today. Guys, let me tell you why he's not talking. So, for like most of the season, Chelsea has been 10, 11, 12. Isaac has been 4, 5, 6, 7.
None of us going to the Champions League.
No, in consolation that. Yesterday when they put 1-4, Chelsea don't compensate with 7th.
I don't even know why I'm laughing.
Minus 3 goal difference.
Nothing's funny. None of us going to Champions League. None of us going to Champions League. Are you going for Champions League?
That was on my aspiration. I've never been lower than 7th.
Are you going to Champions League?
I'm not.
I'm still going to climb you at the end of the season. So what's the point?
You're going to work.
You're happy now.
Climb you.
I'm going to go ahead of you at the end of the season.
The remaining 3 games.
Yeah.
You're not going to see 1 win again this season.
Oh yeah, no, voila.
Man, you fans, you guys heard it here first.
Just bet.
You need to go and watch the video that Fans Tribe did for you, man, you guys. Have you seen it this morning?
I don't follow all those things. I
focus
focus on my work.
That song where they do it for church now.
I forgot.
Something nobody say with the Chris or something.
Nobody say we dey Chris.
Nah,
God
all
we
see
dey
Chelsea and
Chris.
Arsenal fans they dance on top of this thing yesterday. I wish we could drop our producer and make him put them for here. On top, can't say Arsenal fans and Arsenal and Chelsea fans and Liverpool fans.
Is this a sports podcast?
Wow.
I'm confused.
Wow.
Is this a sports podcast?
What
happened?
Every episode.
This is how I am.
Every episode you're going to tell me, did you go to Carabao final? Did you win Guinea? What have you won? What have you done? Today, why don't we say anything now? Is this a short contract?
This is how I am every episode.
Okay.
Since when?
You know the funny thing? We have 50 plus minutes to drop so much bands. Let's go on.
I'm not doing bands this week. Chiwi, please tell us how your weekend was.
My weekend was okay.
It was okay. Yeah, let's move on. I'm not asking him how his weekend was.
You know how was our weekend?
Okay, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
What did you do this weekend?
What do you care now? Last episode you were with another babe. And she has, like, you don't have...
What other babe? Where's your evidence? Do you see the other babe? Where's your evidence?
You called her name.
Tito, who is Tito? No, yeah. I'm sorry. Of course, the only babe I know, man. My friend, the woman of my youth. How are you? Where's the reply now? Say something now.
KOJ, please. You have the floor, sir.
It was a busy weekend for me.
Nobody did you ask him now?
The
It
last
was a busy weekend.
KOJ.
Let's hear him out.
It was a long week. I've barely slept in the last week. We had retreats. Like everybody was like, was a good one. One of us did not appear, show up. The rebellious one in the office did not show up.
But she was
no,
actively
she
online.
We even drop message one day, one
pull
session.
up, just say hi.
She no pull up.
She no pull up, nothing,
But
no sign.
now mom's behavior.
Is there son?
But she showed up online.
She showed up online.
Which online? We not see her break lights.
Evidence no
Morning and evening. She
Evidence
was
no
active.
dey. So it was cool. It was lovely. The growth, learning new things. I love that as I grow, that I feel like one of the biggest things that's happening to me is God just every day telling me that you are nothing on your own, like without me. Because the more you experience stuff, you meet people, you talk to people, the more you realize that you're either living on God's fuel or, man, you're nothing, man. And so, yeah, it's been fun. I made realizations that I probably don't have as many friends as I thought I had because...
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about that.
We talked about it.
Where?
Yeah, he was my roommate.
He was my roommate.
Oh.
That's my roommate.
We were roommates during the retreat.
So
Interesting
it was-
experience.
That's surprising.
My food
I mean, I
club.
thought like KJ.
No, Kyojo is a simple guy. Forget the title.
No, I mean like friends.
So let me tell you.
friends.
Let me tell you. He has friends, but he doesn't have the friends he wants. That's the difference.
Is it the friend he wants to others?
Wow.
Oh wow.
I think I am. Because I think I am. It's deep, yeah. I think I am. Because I can ask you, am I the friend? Have I been there as your friend over the last 3 years?
Are you my friend?
Okay. Cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
so
offense
let me
now.
rephrase. No, it's
Are
fine.
you?
Let's take that.
It's
Have
fine.
I been?
He fell off. Show me
No.
they shoot shots in
No,
money.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Now I'll enter. But to the two of you, like, since you've known me, will you say that either in a friendly manner or in English or either as a matter of acquaintance, have I been?
No, definitely.
Yes,
100%.
you have.
So
It's
let's
just-
not-
We are just.
So I think I just realized personally that in life, particularly as you grow, like your needs are different, your expectations are different. Just like as you grow, your temptations are different. When a child is a child, he or she has temptation to just explore things he does not know, and that doesn't really change, right? So when you are in your youth like this, what you are looking for is different. Like maybe my ambition is now to how can I sort of help Nigerians? How can I help people go abroad? Things like that, and it comes with its own challenges, right? You help people. They don't see that you help them. They say that, no, you did this to me, you did that to me. That was just, we shared that. It was fun.
It was an interesting experience.
It was an interesting.
So sides to certain colleagues that I didn't. I mean, I spent time with people. Like it was like my first time spending time with certain people outside the office.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever like been with you outside the office.
Yeah.
But
It gives you a different idea
yeah.
of people.
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah. And then of course Chelsea whooped us Man users over the
When did
weekend.
you move my ass? It was Tottenham you played.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
understand.
They chopped 2-0 and then West Ham chopped 5-0. But like
Voila.
by going up above you,
Are you winning any trophy this season?
that was not my ambition.
You know, playing football. Let me tell you something. Sorry.
You know that the retreat,
that I
right? One of the
win
things that they
trophies
told
this
us was vision, right? That was not my vision. You
Since
had
last
such
season.
vision.
You know that last season when I
I-
first met him, the same vision he was saying.
Was
now
that
we're in
what?
a new season.
Yeah.
Like, it's about to end.
It's
and still
consistency.
vision.
It's consistency. Next season there will be another vision. It's
Vision now.
consistency. You, however, had so
2021.
many
So,
visions.
Your last
so
trophy
who
was
goes
2021.
into football without the vision of winning any trophy?
Man, you.
No, you see what I'm saying? They've been having vision
Wow,
since, but
UK
they've not
accents
won
now.
anything.
Wow, now you're introducing UK accents.
Eh?
Wow.
Wait,
What I'm saying?
they've been you know go tire. Imagine our company now are not making money for 5 years. I was saying division.
That's not division. That's not division.
No, you need to.
The vision is to
trophies.
win trophy, and if you're not winning,
Actually, because you're a lady, I won't ban that, but he knows that the vision of a football club is a business. The vision is to make
For
money.
the fans,
For the fans,
If your club
the
is making
vision
money,
is
does
for
it
your
affect
club
you?
to be stable, right?
and win trophies.
And to win trophies, yes.
Uh-huh.
But when your club is like mine and has been very solid for the last 20 years, and his club
Very-
was relevant 20 years before that.
What last 20 years? Last 20 years was not so harmful. I've
Yeah.
won multiple league titles and the Champions League
Since 2004.
2004. So I've been more successful than in the last 20
Okay,
years.
so let's not do 20 years so that it's not be like apples
No,
and apples.
you've already
I have
said
2
20 years,
Champions
20
Leagues,
years.
I have a couple of Premier
20
Leagues.
years.
Since
In the last 10 years, you have 2 Champions
Sir,
League.
Sir Alex Ferguson is
In the
like
last
your 30
10 years.
years. So like they've had this code that was there for so long. Since he left, since he left 10 years ago, he knows now. He's heartbreak upon heartbreak. He
No.
knows. So
I've
like
won
it
the
or
FA
not,
Cup. I've won the Europa League.
this season again,
Speaking of heartbreak,
Thank you for this segue. I know you're doing. You saved us a lot of time.
We are
Football.
speaking
Now
now.
I'm talking
speaking
football.
of heartbreak, are we not tired in this country?
which one is it? Cybersecurity levy?
I don't understand.
Is it band A?
Is it part A?
This
Is
mandating
it?
is.
Is it?
Sorry,
No,
do you know
that's
that-
not the worst.
do you know
Is it
the-
the last 2 or 3
Do
weeks
you know
of
the funny
fuel?
thing? Sorry.
Yay!
Do you know the funny thing?
I haven't entered a filling station with my car for almost 3 weeks.
I've been
Yeah, I was
that
going to
long.
ask you today.
No,
but I
my
forgot.
sister and my brother. See, anybody that knows me knows that there's something that supersedes all
Yeah.
that for me. Peace. If I cannot get fuel, I
Yeah.
sit my ass at home or I enter a pep. But in this period, if I have someone that I can send with keg, go buy keg, go pour in the car, and we can move.
But then you go and queue for long and be
It's not
dragging.
What's
worse.
long?
It's not worse if you don't have a car. That is
Because
another type of
Bus
shaggy.
fares,
No,
Uber fares.
Uber fare is crazy now. I paid Yaba to Uber. I paid 11K. It was not like sometimes.
Isaac.
Wait, you said you paid or they told you 11K?
He
and
paid. He's
you
a
I
big
paid
boy
11K.
now.
I didn't
I
have
said
a-
he's always big head
No,
writer.
no. I was
Isaac.
carrying something, so I couldn't enter
Isaac,
bus.
I said he's not a big head writer.
you check your DM. My
For
account
what?
number is sitting down there.
I told that-
understand.
That
I think
11K
we
touched me.
Like macaroni,
It
do
touched
something,
me.
do something.
That 11K
Same
touched me.
money, same money, same money.
Yeah, I just sent you 50
I just
million.
sent-
Eh?
Remember that last episode?
Nothing show now.
Nothing.
Nothing show for you, Sha. Nothing show.
Oh, you're laughing.
I'm okay when they gave me
You're
birthday gift
laughing.
too. I say, real G. Real G.
And Isaac till date. Isaac has
My
not given
birthday
birthday.
is
I don't know
in
which kind of
July.
friend you are.
Okay, I
July
took you out
22nd.
on your birthday.
To where?
Guys, Momsy says her birthday is July 22nd. We'll post stuff like this and
Momsy,
you guys
not
can
true.
send her.
And her name
Happy
call me Momsy. So
July
we buy on
27.
TV.
22nd, she said, I think.
I don't
Oh.
even know when I said it. I said I was going to tell her my birthday.
So that she will forget, right?
But July 22nd, right?
One thing about women,
Yes.
right? Whether they are 5, 10, 20, 40, 100, the
No, I've
birthday,
actually-
remembering what
actually
is
gotten over
special,
that.
or no matter how small it is good. And that's really a nice thing.
My mom is 27.
But, oh, that's nice.
Your mom is
So 2 of your
27.
moms in 1 week. That's nice.
Yeah, guys, my mom turned 60 some
Yeah, we did that.
he
We
was
did
at
that
the
after
party.
the last episode.
She wasn't at the party. And she was invited. She wasn't at the party and she was invited.
Agbara.
I mean, he literally came.
He drove.
You could have followed.
You could have followed me,
He
actually.
didn't even say he was going.
You didn't tell me when
That
to
day,
go.
let me not talk.
We had
Okay.
webinar that day, that's true.
Oh, okay. No, that's not
let me
it.
not talk.
That's not it.
Let's just leave
You know that day was the day that she knows that she was with me. It would have been a long 8-9 hours for her. So
So
she
you guys had an issue that day.
No, that was the day of the webinar now.
Oh, okay.
And maybe their performance wasn't as.
Yeah, I
He's
understand.
talking about performance.
All right, let's take it from Nigeria to where we want to go, Canada, because there's no really to talk about right now. So the biggest video. Okay, so let's talk about what's the biggest, and I think we should just form a segment now. The wildest thing we've seen in Nigeria since the last episode. Please let me just claim my own. I don't know why. Just on the first casting matter, it was an AA Rano truck going through Benin. I don't know what Benin something.
Oh
road.
yeah, you said
And
so.
those boys were trying to pass the guy through the road was deep. There was probably, I don't know, I would call it flooding or rain, or just whatever. It was just waterlogged, and the trailer was trying to go through and just like
I
this is
saw it.
summer tumbled. That was my
saw it.
wildest video. And trust me, I've seen some wild videos.
But I don't understand. Did the driver tumble too?
Yeah,
But nothing happened to him.
I don't think so.
I
They
don't
didn't
think
catch
I
fire.
saw
Like they intentionally.
No, they were going through
They
the
were
so that
going
road is
through
a
the
popular road
flood
that
now.
they've been concessioning and trying to fix. It's a federal government road.
I know
And
that
if-
road, right?
if not-
That
yeah,
there will
it's a
not be
popular
traffic.
road.
People
There's
will
always
waiting
traffic,
for this
yes, because the whole road's terrible. And
Why has nothing?
the governor
been
says
done?
that the federal government has not allowed him to do it over the years, blah blah blah. But that's the wildest thing I saw. What about you?
I don't think I've seen
No, there've been some
anything
wild
like
things.
this.
We saw BBL's person die this week.
No, I think the wildest thing I
Crazy
saw
wild things
this week
the last
was
couple of weeks.
them demolishing someone's house on that tower.
On that
Yeah,
house.
a lot of wild things I've seen in Nigeria now.
Well, that's actually so
Oh.
wild.
I think I said that on you.
Also-
Which one did you see? There's so many wild things I've seen this week.
Demolition a business worth 200 million or so, 200 million.
Landmark.
Okay, you shouldn't have told us because there's so much.
Let me tell you another
I thought you
wild
were talking
thing.
about the houses they demolished under the bridge that they were paying 200,000 on that bridge.
But wait,
And
why is it even so
800
much so
rent
expensive?
is-
Do you understand why is it so expensive under the
846
bridge?
rooms. 846 rooms.
So guys,
846
Who owns
rooms.
this first things first? Who's
They
running?
said-
one Baba or Mama is allowed
Um,
now they collect that money.
One Baba, they said he came with a container because he is the security guy there. He came with the container. He was staying in the container. From there, he started putting one room. The shock is that I am supposed to pay 250K to live under the bridge. Like, I was like,
So
why?
generally, if you're living there, you're probably stealing people's phones, laptops.
Yeah.
No, that's not even what what I'm saying is, I have 250K.
I'm
I'm-
guessing they don't pay it at once. Such people,
Yeah,
don't-
it will be monthly.
such people are
They'll
not
be
that
paying
How
monthly.
do they
cultured.
bet?
Like 20K
And I'm not
monthly.
even sure.
That kind of thing.
How
Sometimes
they
they
bet?
won't pay in service. I don't think they actually even pay the money.
No, they will pay it.
So Chinwe, you're asking these questions, and so let me just tell you the answer. You don't ask a madman if a madman is mad. So don't ask.
You go
these
just
kind of
allow.
questions.
Something you just
Same with
leave
our
as they are.
government. You don't ask them certain questions. What am I to expect? Somebody tweeted something I think yesterday or today that, and this guy said he was prepared to be the president for something years. One of my guys replied that someone has been preparing to enrich his goons. It's
Bro.
like turn by turn.
They will use tax and finish
So
us.
the
That's what
so yeah, okay, what's the wildest thing you've seen in the last 2 weeks in Nigeria?
You see the landmark. I can't get over it. Like, why? Like,
No, that should
Sad.
touch me. I mean, he hit close to home. I can't even lie. Like, it touched
like you know how
me.
many people. It reminds me of. My mind is with that lady we met with that last
Yeah.
time.
I
Like
reached
my
out to her.
thoughts
She's
are
doing
with
well,
her.
yeah. I mean, luckily, I don't think it's going to take, but it'll take a very important part of it, which was like the beach.
Oh, but like
Because it's an ecosystem. They have other things.
The offices.
real estate
Yeah.
But
part.
I don't know
and
how. I don't even see the wisdom. Like, you're talking of like the only tourist attraction.
Literally the
That-
sorry.
And some people are online saying that. That
No,
is
I feel
even
like those
good.
people are paid. I feel
I
like
don't
this.
know.
I feel like those people
They say it's
were
good
paid.
that
So
why
usually
would
I
they be
thought there
paying
was
how
some.
much to
I
go and
thought
see
there
the
was
beach?
some propaganda. Then I saw some people say that Landmark deserved it because. But personally, Lagos State just demolished the only tourist attraction whilst collecting Lumi, London to Lagos as their new attraction. Do you know how
What's London to
smart?
Lagos?
So the girl like
Pelumi
Pelumi,
that
that,
drove-
so she
Lumi
named the
or
car Lumi. So the week that they're taking Lumi into the like tourism bit, you then demolish the actual only tourism thing that is going for us. You're talking of 80 companies. Like PwC is in Landmark's ecosystem. Like there's so many companies. Let's begin to list them. There is Paul.
It's hard
There
rock.
is Hard Rock. There is the the beach, something beach, good beach,
yeah.
something beach. A
There's
couple
one
of those
other
beaches
beach
there.
that I
Good beaches on
quite
that
said.
road.
Yeah.
SAO beaches on that road.
Then what else? Like the ecosystem is massive. Event centers,
Yeah, event
they have like
centers,
3.
yeah.
The cinema, film house.
Film house is there.
So like
There's this popular
that
bookshop,
place
so-
They
probably
demolished
that
film
place.
house, though.
So like
No,
what they're
that-
basically doing by demolishing that place is basically to sort of drop its value and its
Right.
interest. The
So
federal
you-
government claims that it's just a plan that changed. And then you have a governor who is now a minister, who is probably a very smart engineer, but simply cannot answer questions.
That
You can't
one.
question.
That
Did you
one.
see that? Did you see that interview?
Simple
That one that said-
exchange.
Yeah.
Simple
said-
questions.
You can't speak funny. Or don't
And you
Then
guys-
it's
so-
like, do you
and
get
people are
it?
laughing.
We was
He said,
trying to
People are
I
manage.
even laughing.
will need an
understand why-
interpreter.
And so,
I will
and
need
so
an
you wonder
interpreter. I
why
was like,
you wonder why we're
Minister.
here and why people want to jackpot. And so people are crying because they're saying you want to do this coastal road. We understand the metrics. So guys, if you don't know, this coastal road actually is supposed to connect all the way from Cameroon through Kenya. So like Lagos all
Are
the
you
way.
serious?
Yes. So it's some African. It's a
But how long
need.
is it going to take?
I don't know how
They
many
said up
years,
to
right?
30 years old.
So let's not forget that. Let's not
And they
forget that
quickly demolished
all the experts
Landmark.
have said that the money that they are using to do it is way more than it should be. Let's not forget that the company that they awarded that contract to
There was no
is
bidding.
friends to the
There was no
presidency.
bidding,
Yeah.
sir.
Let's not forget that you are talking of a landmark that generates millions every day. And bless Mr. Paul, he's returning people's money, people who have paid on the app.
Yes.
So like
Are you serious?
you're
Yes,
talking
he said
of
he was
you're
going
talking
to
of a
refund for the
government that is people that is then hurting a very important part of your people, which is like our livelihood. And then you think because you're a politician, you can say and do anyhow. And this is largely the same problem in the family because you're a married man, you think your wife and your children cannot speak to you anyhow. These men are only, and women, they're only taking what happens in their homes to the public space. Because what did Laila Salami ask him that day that was too big? What did the Bale ask him? Like, what are they asking you that you cannot say? You are a human being like us. You are probably in your 50s or 60s. Everybody has the same heart you have, the same blood you have. The resources are ours.
Yeah.
And you don't have any single remorse as a human being to just interface with people. Let's even assume that the guy that owns Landmark even did something wrong. Right? The least you can do if you're a human being is to think of the thousands of people who interface and make money there and what goes on in that space too. You can even take the thing from him and give him if he actually offended you. But you don't have one single justification as far as we're concerned. And you didn't now follow due process. You just came
one time
and you just went through.
1 month.
And so we're asking,
time.
we put you guys in House of Rep, House of Assembly, Senate, Presidency, gubernatorial candidates. We put you there so that you can help form our nation, not so that you can just lead us. Because people don't understand what leadership is. You are actually the one to follow our needs. If I become a constituent rep, I'm supposed to do what my constituent wants. If they don't want, if I'm not doing what they want, then they remove me. But because of how you guys get there, and you know the funny thing, and I'll say this because and some of them may ever say all these things and may not. It's always funny when they do these things because they don't know what happens to their next generation. And they think because of what they have now.
The next generation.
No, there's no need to say that.
The next generation,
ask
they are putting them there.
They are putting them
And training them
ask
with
the
the
former
same
deputy senate president because in his wildest dreams,
He wouldn't have imagined.
he would
I
not
knew
have
about that
imagined.
man 2 days ago.
No
I
one
was
imagined
like,
was
if this thing actually happened
And
in
so
Nigeria.
think about it.
What happened to him?
Ekwuremadu.
Ekwuremadu, he's in
He's in
prison
prison
in the
now.
UK.
So let's segue to
But
Canada.
Sorry to talk just to buttress what he said about how like these politicians speak. I don't know if you remember one video where a journalist asked what's his name, FFK, who is bankrolling a particular project he's working on, and then he took it like an insult.
Yeah.
Bro, they literally carried out journalists
Yes,
and arrested him.
That's
Just for
all
a
now.
simple question.
That's a simple
so-
question. They said they arrest journalists in Nigeria and promote the criminals.
Yeah, because I mean Tenny did a very, very
Ah!
I was
She
waiting for you guys
literally
to say
laid
that.
down flat for that
So-
guy.
so-
And then she later came and started saying
So let's
she
again
train this, train
Again, I
that.
want to segue because we can come back to this. But let me tell you guys something. Because this is Jackpot Chronicles. Trust me, as somebody who reads news, has the opportunity to go to another man's land, trust me, your leaders are really no different in a lot of places. They just, in those countries, have a bit more decency right now, such that a leader cannot see or do something, they will remove him.
Yeah.
Because right now in Canada, again, my friends are complaining that they're about to introduce carbon tax. So today they are introducing cybersecurity tax, right? Even though that thing has been in law, but they're just about to implement. But trust me, if you speak to my friends in Canada who tell you that, it was great until I hit the 100,000 per year threshold as a salary earner. Same in the UK. I had a consult last night about 10, 11. I just sent them to the UK. Now they are segueing to Canada for another master's. Because the systems in some of these places
It's not favorable.
is not favorable.
It's not favorable.
I know we talked about it that day. I said, jackpot if you want to, jackpot with a plan. If you're a married person and you have Pekin, it gets some countries where even me no go have advice you to go. So you're talking of a country now where a journalist has said something about a man. People have been carrying it. Nothing has been done. No investigation. No single decency.
Nothing.
And then our lovely Tenny. And you know the funny thing about the Tenny thing, and this is all I'm going to say about it, because I don't really listen to music. I don't listen to. I only remember Tenny and know Tenny for one reason, because the day she graduated, she sang that song and social media. That's the reason I know her, right? And as a Yoruba cultural guy, those kind of things you get to hear those kind of things. When I saw this news,
What's even painful is the fact that she said, sorry.
she came out to say she pays.
It's not even that one. She said she didn't know all these things were happening. His name, at least for the last 1 month, he's been trending every day.
And then there's a journalist they have been pursuing because of the case.
Because
So
of
you
the
know that
case.
when she, I can't really say much, but you know when she actually met Buhari, she did not really acknowledge him.
That's
then.
that. She doesn't have a personal relationship with Buhari now. She
This
clearly
guy,
has
she
a
does.
personal relationship with this guy.
Exactly.
So there's going to be bias. Do
And
you
so
get?
this is also another opportunity for you to know who you roll with. Again, on Japan News, I read a story 2 days ago of a lady who was on a plane.
Right.
You want to tell you, so narrate it. I've been talking too much.
Talk now. What's the story?
Let him continue.
So let me just start the story by telling you that when you go on a plane, if you're going to travel, you're a student, maybe Lewe helped you to get admission or scholarship, Jackpot helped you to get immigration or visiting visa. If you're going on a plane without your family and you've never traveled before out of the country, even locally, never make friends on a plane.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I remember that I heard that and I was
This is
like,
the first time I'm hearing that.
oh yeah, never make friends.
I
on a
have
plane.
made
and,
sure,
and please make
like
sure
twice.
we put this out for people, because usually when I say don't make friends is that a 1 hour or 18-hour flight is not enough time to know somebody to make friends. So that's sort of the definition of that, so that people don't misconstrue it. But generally what happens is that, let's assume I'm traveling with Chinwe and I'm a fraudulent person or I'm on a watch list. Sometimes they try to peg things on the other person by being friendly with the person. So they'll say they are sick. You know, they'll say, please carry my box.
Please carry my
and they know that
box,
that
yeah.
box has something like that. And so there was that story this week of a lady who made friends. I don't know if that guy or that girl. That lady they talk for the text. And made friends. And there was a man who was watching her, who just advised her and was giving her eye that, look, make sure he doesn't pass
This place.
And immediately they descended the plane. The person that they thought was sick, that was on a wheelchair, began to run away, and they were saying that that's my daughter. She was now saying that that's my daughter. And then they stopped her. And luckily, because she did not divulge her name, things like that, that's how they left her. So trust me, when I traveled last November, I saw this Igbo guy. And you know, the funny thing about the Igbos is that there's this lie that we used to hear growing up that they always do all these drugs and all. So the guy was really trying to like reduce his luggage and he was begging everybody. And I felt so bad. Such that when we were even boarding, he still came with stuff. He was like, okay, please, can you help me carry my laptop? He was trying to beg people. But you know, because of what
Everybody
you know.
fear.
No,
That has happened. That's actually happened to my dad before. My mom was really angry with him. So when he got to the house, he didn't tell us. It was when one day he was preaching.
Can't talk about
And I said that
casually.
So he met some couple and like their luggage, blah, blah, blah. So he told them to put the thing in his name and then he'll pay for it and everything. And my mom, when we go home, my mom was like, what if it was cocaine that was inside?
That was inside.
He was like, he didn't even think of it, blah, blah.
That
that's made for
story
you,
itself,
Sha.
it was even an old woman that was forming that she was
Yeah.
sick. It was an
There was
old
old man, so
woman
she was from, so they were trying to put her on like
was an old
disability
woman.
carrier. You know, that's planes do that.
that was forming that she was sick.
So she was about to run.
She began to.
Irony. So
That's why I
don't-
saying that's my daughter, that's my
don't accept
daughter.
anything. Yeah,
So
she
they
was
started
not
asking
saying that's my
questions
daughter.
like,
And
yes.
she was running, she was pointing at another lady
The
that that's
girl,
my daughter.
yes. So luckily, because the woman, you know, the girl's name and some other information. So that's why I said, don't make friends. Be cordial with people. But if you're going to do anything and give out your information, just know that. Just make sure you are not exchanging anything.
Yeah,
But once you
carrying
start gisting with the person, you have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. So, anyway, that's that on Japa. Let's go straight into the latest immigration gist. We've talked a lot about what's going on in Nigeria.
So Canada has reduced their sad news. They reduced their working hours for
Capping season, friends.
yeah.
We've been talking about it.
But are you going to call that reduction?
You know, I didn't
or
want to say anything.
increase?
So if you check over the last 2-3 years, what had happened was when COVID hit, people couldn't get into Canada. And so the government allowed people to work from home. They allowed for changing, like every international student into most countries, one of them in Canada, you only work 20 hours per week when you're in school and 40 hours usually if you're on holidays when you don't have school. So because of COVID, with job needs and certain changes, they began to sort of change the rules. So Okwe can check for us when they initially increased that work hours to 40 hours. So Okwe, check that out. So he announced, I believe it was even the former Minister of Immigration, not this one.
Yeah, it was the former minister that
Fraser said
implemented it.
40 hours up until, was it December 2023 or
So
something
December,
like that? Yes.
then in December,
So
that
they just
was when
extended it
increased
till now.
30th of
Yeah,
April.
so what they did was to say that international students could now work 40 hours, whether you are in school or you're not in school. So what he did now by this announcement last week is to say that we are back to 24 hours,
20,
which is like
20 now.
so no, it's 24 hours now. Is the max. So 20 hours, yes, back to 20 hours.
no.
But 24 hours is what he's now saying is going to start.
In
September.
September.
Exactly.
In September, yeah.
And so that simply means that what you had on 40 hours before is no more. So the standard has always been 20 hours when you're in school.
And so that's
So
why
that
I
means
feel
wages
this
will
is
drop.
good news.
So it's not good news for students who like the fact that over the last 18 months they could work and study and make sort of enough money to pay their
Those,
bills.
yeah.
and
Face
even
their
help-
studies.
Yes.
Face
So
their
yeah, generally that's
studies.
what
So that's what
we'll
I'm
say.
saying. Like wages,
But it's
bad
capping
news
season.
now. 'Cause
So it's bad
wages are
news for
dropping.
students.
For the ones that are already there,
Yes.
yeah.
It's bad news for students who are going who were looking forward to that policy.
Yeah.
But it's also why policies change, right? So I mean, Canada is reacting.
Okay, so they actually released the news November 15, 2022
yes,
that
they could walk up to 40
international
hours.
students in Canada are temporarily able to work more
Yeah.
than 20 hours per week.
So that's basically what happened. So it's not good news for people who had aspirations to sort of milk that policy.
Yeah.
But generally, like we're saying, Canada is just reacting to the numbers.
Current, yeah.
And like I said to you guys, if you guys don't know, last week there was a general election in the UK.
Yes, I saw.
And we saw that a couple of mayors came back, a couple of
Some
commissioners,
Nigerians,
some Nigerians
that went there,
became,
they have not
yeah.
even stayed more than 6 months. They were able to vote.
Yes.
So they were reminding them.
Oh, yeah. So
Went there
so
to vote.
you know, we talked about that
My friend
UK,
actually
Australia,
went
and Canada are changing policies because of it's a political move. And we must understand that everything is politics. That's why we say politics is local. Australia does had their election last year, so the guy is sort of safe, but he has to
Trying to.
because in parliamentary system, if Chiwe is the prime minister today, tomorrow we can remove her. So it's sort of how the policies always change. So the
Can we
UK,
not implement that in Nigeria?
yeah, so yeah, there's talk of that right now, particularly to reduce cost of governance, but most of them will probably not
Reduce
agree.
cost of governance. You say these people won't reduce any cost. They're enjoying it, sound.
Wait, there's one news that we didn't talk about. How much is the minimum wage now?
Should be these people
They
say
say
they
it's now
want.
70K. And those ones are saying they want 670.
No, so
Well,
70K
have
was
you
Edo
implemented it?
State. No,
No,
70K,
they
70,
said it's now.
no,
Is it
70K is
70? I
Edo
think some
State.
is 50, some is 40.
No, 70K is Edo State. He moved. So it's funny, right? And that's first time, and probably the only time, shout out to Godwin Obaseki because
See, my state saying,
Over
what
the
was the
last-
face?
Please, let's hear
over
what.
the
Always
last
face.
5 years, I don't think he has a great media team. Like most. So the problem is that
He's
I
not
think it's a
coming
pride
back
thing.
for any. That's why he doesn't.
Not
really
not
want
really.
to.
He could come back in 3 years. Senatorial elections will come now, so he still has some time to rest. So what I think, and we talked about leadership. You know how when you are home you're telling your dad about something and it's like, what's that? Social media, get out. It's sort of how our politicians are. And I think that's how some of our governors are, which is that they don't pay attention to media and communication.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know that I'm on a journey of trying to see states in Nigeria being digitized? I did not know that this guy had gone so far with e-governance. Like Edo State
Edo
has
State,
set
right? Yes.
a
Standard.
standard
I saw so many
with
things
fiber,
recently.
with e-governance platforms. No, he's done some very, very good things. And shout out to him. But what were we talking about before I said shout out to Godwin? I think we're talking about
Minimum wage.
minimum wage.
wage, yeah.
So he increased minimum wage in Edo to 40,000 a couple of 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago. And he has increased it again to 70K. People thought it was because of the election. No. He's probably the only governor who has been steadily increasing salaries. Lagos, that has so much money, has not increased minimum wage. Delta and Rivers, that take the most FAC allocation for oil, and Akwa Ibom, they have not increased.
Rivers is.
I mean, Akwa Ibom can boast that they have an airline and probably spend some money there and things like that. But I'm not trying to tell you
Ibom
that
is
owned
government.
by the, yes, owned by them.
Are you serious?
But they just gave it to a private company so that
manage.
they don't make the mess of it. So yeah, and that's that. So
so
elections
many-
and politics plays a very, very big role in what you see, and it's why we say the most basic thing about your country is knowing your history and basic like current affairs.
Yeah. So speaking about responding to current climate, there was a report by I think Salvis, a property consultant company, and they said at the moment the UK needs 100,000 beds for students. So you know how we say there's a housing problem
in Canada.
in the UK.
Everywhere, actually. There's no,
It's
so
actually
there's a housing
increasing.
problem everywhere. Let's just know that. There's a housing problem everywhere. We've talked about
Nigeria
it.
too.
Oh, yeah. You have universities
There's
that don't have,
housing problem. There's a
you have
serious housing-
universities that don't even have campus.
There's a serious housing problem in Nigeria.
In
Like,
Lagos.
it's not even just for university students. Like,
So there's a housing
even,
problem for international students everywhere.
even for regular people.
Okay, is
If
that why
you've not known
I
house
had
hunting
house-
recently, if you do house hunting recently, you would know that there's a serious housing problem.
You sort of have to
So
tolerate a lot.
housing problem does not necessarily mean there are no
there are
houses.
no houses?
It's
yeah.
conducive housing
Standard.
Yeah.
that is the issue, and that's what we have in Lagos. For example, where I live, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Before your landlord will give you quick
Let's not go
notice.
there. I mean, I like the area, but like, let's not go there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you see why a lot of people are not looking at going to the UK at the moment because of things
Yeah.
like this. It's
But
crazy.
people will go. I think that if you're 27 and under, you're young, the UK is where you want to go to. Because,
Wait, are you saying 28 is old?
no, so generally,
I'm still young.
I mean, it's a good question, but like generally, when you look at immigration policies in any country, once you're beginning to approach 20 to 30,
30.
the policy doesn't really favor you. So you want to have
Yeah.
finished your master's enough time for you to get that policy. That's why I said that. If you don't have children, you are single Pringle, you're married, but you don't have
Single
children.
Pringles.
Yeah.
No, just me.
The UK is
Isaac.
good. And interestingly, we can segue that into what I was discussing with Dr. yesterday in the office. I was sharing with her the Times Education World Rankings for Asia. And Dr. did not know that you could get into schools in China for like $2,000-$3,000. People forget
was
that China
very
was
surprised.
hot for a long time, for a very good minute.
Yeah,
Like
even when I was-
20,
when I was- But the
2010
problem-
to
I think the problem is the
2020.
Yeah, when I was in
language.
secondary school, a lot of
COVID was
people were
why
doing- yeah.
Yeah,
people
speaking
stopped
English,
going there.
Yeah, but you actually have to take their language
Yes, it's
for a
good.
year
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you can
it's good.
school.
But it's free now, but it's good. And it's good for you. I mean, you're young. It's Nigeria that you don't learn multiple languages.
But do you have a lot of
If you-
Nigerians settling there? Like,
yeah.
do you get to do like PR and all that? there?
Yeah, it's possible. Yes, possible. And so right now, top 25 in Asia, we found out that there are 9 Chinese universities. I think we saw 2 Singaporean, about 4 Hong Kong.
Singapore is hot now. I've been seeing a lot of
Japan,
Yes.
South Korea.
Yeah,
So,
stuff
we
on
were saying it.
Singapore
I think
too.
the last
Yeah.
episode we
Yeah.
talked
And
about
and Singapore
it.
is probably, so like you want to go to Asia, that's like the number 1 country you want to go to, Singapore and Japan. China, yes, but because of sort of how they are,
China,
most people
right?
are scared of China.
What do you mean?
But
How they
Ja-
are like racist and all that?
No, I don't think
really
racism is
racism.
everywhere. Not that. I think just because of the kind of politics they play.
Exactly.
They don't. Their politics is like Russia. It's not.
Exactly.
It's
They are
not
strict.
what you are used to.
Yeah.
Let's leave it that. Let's
It's
let's
not
put
just
it there.
relaxed.
Yes, it's not. It's not what you are used to.
Yeah.
So Japan and Singapore is probably countries you want to go to. Singapore particularly probably number 1, and South Korea. Those 3.
Oh, South Korea too.
Yeah.
I
And
think
it's-
they,
and
I think
it's
they
not
have
just-
street policies
And
like
not just
China too.
study wise. Like Singapore is actually doing well.
They're doing
Like,
very well. Particularly,
yeah.
I mean,
For
from Lee
tourism.
Kuan Yew,
Yeah.
tourism.
Yeah.
They did the big thing with Taylor
And-
Swift and
and we
made
can
so
process
much
the visiting
money.
visa
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah.
Singapore.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward, but very expensive. That's why I said it's where you want to go. Singapore is like what US is to people today in that area.
In Asia,
Yeah.
okay.
Japan is also nice. I think we brought someone here, but I mean, I won't go to Japan because of the language. Probably, except that there has to be a work thing. Singapore is like where you want to go based on.
Singapore speaks
Yeah,
English.
they speak English. We've got UK ties. And so
see
I was telling
if,
Okpe yesterday, and I'll tell everybody, people do not understand the untapped potential of scholarships in Asia. If you can get your mind over this whole matter of the language, it's a beautiful place to live.
Yeah, like
Cost
for
of
example,
living.
yeah, I guess
Bro,
who came.
the Chinese yuan to dollar is,
Yeah.
I guess
and people don't understand that. So everybody's just scared of COVID and all that. You'll be surprised.
like I
and
guess
there's
who
so many
came on
places.
from
Yeah.
Japan. It was so seamless. Her transitioning from here to Nigeria. She just took a few. She wasn't a like. She just took a few classes, sent over her CV,
It's
and
probably
they
one of the
sent her documents,
Yeah.
everything, and it was
It's probably
very
one of
easy.
also the better things of understanding policies because Nigeria is enjoying that because of, we give China a lot of our contracts, they give us a lot of money.
Yeah.
So sort of
There's a
the
relationship.
relationship is really,
Yeah,
it's pretty good,
yeah.
for you to be able to take
Okay,
advantage of that. So
and
Asia.
sorry to cut you. Singapore has like one of the strongest, if it's not even one, he has like the strongest and most powerful passports.
Oh yeah.
In the world right
Yeah.
now.
I think you've
I think
posted that
yeah,
before.
I've posted it before. I wanted to
posted it
confirm to make sure they are still on
Yeah.
the top list.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
So
This
Singapore.
Where you ever think of
Singapore
like
is your next
a
stop.
world. a world, if there was a world without like a supreme being, like with what you know right now, and find a Singaporean wife is like.
This one you're
Isaac,
saying,
don't worry.
Isaac is the
You
only
come
one
for
you
me.
Yeah, I'm giving.
So, no
I'm
more
giving him. You
have.
can pray.
Antito.
Yeah. I also on stop calling Tiso here. Where is my come on now? Stop doing that. Okay.
Today,
But I think in Africa the most powerful part is Seychelles or something.
I think.
Nigeria.
It's
Last
Seychelles.
time.
No,
Yeah,
what? I don't even top 150.
Why you calling the call and say giant of Africa? I don't
I
know.
don't know the
Maybe
now.
landmass.
Now for
Maybe
maths.
based on landmass.
I'm not sure.
landmass?
Landmass
Are
are not
you-
that big.
No, like
Not even
Nigeria is
top. I'm not
a
top
see, there are
10.
so many
Nah.
things that we can like use to rank the top, but we just have
What's
like
that?
terrible leaders.
What's that?
We are like the smartest. Let's be
Smart call.
realistic.
Hey,
We
the only
ha-
part the smartest and na the
that's the
Olodos they lead
thing. We
with.
are not
No,
properly
that's the problem.
managed.
That's the
Please,
problem
don't
with this
tell me
country.
that. The only thing you can say that you are giants of is maybe entertainment,
Yeah, music and all that. No,
fashion.
Yeah, we're trying.
Finish.
But when it comes to like financials and all that,
Vote. Come outside. You cannot vote.
Who wants to
Cannot
die?
vote in
Nobody
the-
wants to die now.
That's the thing.
George, are you going to
This
vote in
one
the next
just,
election?
just want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
giant.
yeah.
So, wait, what you saw in the last election, will you vote in the next election?
Yeah.
No.
So
I feel like I'm highly
think
discouraged.
that
Not voting anything.
and that's fair. I think that by the time elections begin to roll around, the local government elections next year will give us an idea. I think that Mrs. Chime makes a very interesting point. Why am I calling that Momsy? There's a very interesting point of
Mrs. Chewy.
there's a very interesting point of the information that we have. You know, she just made that point now. And the simple reality is that because people don't know what like their powers are, so they just feel discouraged. One of the biggest things that politicians never want is for you to come out and vote. And so imagine all your LP wins for the presidential. Imagine if it was you came out for state. And that's actually why states never come up before presidential, because they don't want to lose the power. Yeah. So when you have the LGs coming next year, if 2-3 parties with decent candidates come out and people begin to hear that noise, and it's money, right? So are you going to be able to make the noise that, for instance, I see Edo state elections coming up, Akpata and Aswe Godalo are making a lot of noise,
Why are you
but they are spending a lot of money. I'll vote Aswe just based on what I've read and I know about him. But they're spending a lot of money on ads. But you see, the problem with Nigerian policy is that you don't need one person. We need a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
You need people talking about, like Chinwe can be talking about her local government on platforms that people will hear.
Yeah.
So, for instance, maybe we need a political podcast. You need an accessible, like, channel. So, if Arise had a morning show that if people watch, maybe they had a segment for 5 to 10 minutes where people get to meet people in the area. So, like, you need that going because they don't have enough touts and boys to send to scatter an election. It's because people don't know and people don't say, oh, it's not, that's what has been happening. And that's what happens everywhere.
So basically, what you're
Vote
saying
our
is,
party.
if we come out in our numbers,
You win all the
win.
time.
I
Just
mean,
think about it. How many terrible boys do you think you see? Like count all the NURTW boys and
the
all the boys
problem
they use.
is
People will not.
people. Even when people come out, they run.
No, I don't agree.
Didn't you see it in the last election?
In the last election, we floored them everywhere.
That's your.
That's the area. See what happened.
And I'm in the second
Lekki.
largest.
Is that if you look like
The leg-
if you look clean,
so
you
the
are
If you
people-
look
even-
neat, they're able, they clean you.
So that was for the second election, not the first.
It was for the presidential
Yes,
election.
no, it's for the
it was the
states.
second. The
Yes,
first
so
one,
the
there was
first
wipe
one-
out.
The first one there was, but the only thing is that
Yes.
people came back. So when boys came out to
So now
scatter,
the second
And then
one
you
that
also
day-
had that
They
most
were
of these
there from the beginning,
most
yeah.
of these Lekki boys too. All of you are Tush boys.
But can't they
A lot of
do
Lekki
a
boys are
policy
French.
that all the elections should be held on one day?
No.
Why? What's
we can't
the-
successfully
They won't
run
agree. And they will say they can't. Exactly. They will
one
say they don't
in
have.
a day.
Yeah.
They now talk of running everything. They don't have the facilities now.
Wait. Is it not the same? Put the box.
So she makes a point if they would do electronic voting. It
Yeah,
does
that's what I'm
sound-
saying. But
that
do
would
we
be
have
the
the
end of a lot of
facilities?
problem. You have the facilities. They don't want to do it.
See the one.
And they said the
I hope you know that.
Russian
I hope you know that after
government-
BVN and NIN, there's
See,
another one that they're bringing up.
Yeah,
Yes,
I heard there's another one coming in.
So
And you still have your
And you go to
your PVC.
passports.
You still have your passports.
so
That'll be alright.
many, so
It's
many,
crazy.
so many things.
It's crazy. I mean,
So when you see leadership where it's only personal interest, You want to vote for any leader. Just go and ask people that know him. Just figure out if the person has personal interest or general interest. That's the first thing that you want to know. It's not whether the person is a Christian or a Muslim. It's not whether the person is Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba. Once you ask that, what kind of person is Chinwe? She's very selfish. That you should run 1,000 kilometers
Someone said
away.
But they launder their images before the election.
They don't launder their images. It's just because we don't.
He didn't have a chance.
So they spend a lot of money. Yeah, they spend a lot of money on propaganda. They spend a lot of money on like, so they have billions to focus on those between 50 and 60, lies to them, lies to 40 to 50, division amongst 20 to 30. Because in LP now, you had all these obedience who were doing it for free. And then money begins to show, and then the bad habits that you guys have, that is no different from the people that were shouting on, begin to show. Then there's a scandal, this one chops 60, 55, 80 million, 100 million.
This one's buy houses.
This one buy houses, So that's really what they do. But because nobody is doing it for a long time, and I think that, like I said in the last episode, the answer to Nigeria's problem is to get your own party and your own ideology.
Yeah, you said
you run it like KPMG. Like you run it like a structured place where there is no wahala. So nobody can just infiltrate. The party system would sort of break all those things. So you enter my party.
Would they allow that?
Yeah, but it's just have a party constitution.
Would they allow that? Your people are the.
I can allow you to register your party.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, you can't.
Senate. You can register. It's an NGO.
Yeah.
All you have to do is meet the requirements. They can't do that. You can take them to court. Now, maybe youth party took them to court and won the case, so all the way to Supreme Court.
I think there's a new policy about paying for tickets now for presidential elections. So like all those 100 million that's flying around, I don't think it works anymore. It will happen anymore.
Bro, I don't care. How are we going to send people abroad? What other news? What are we talking about, man?
The things we discovered about the requirements for the UK visiting visa.
So it's very interesting because I was doing some research. I wanted to apply for somebody's UK visa and I was reading about it. And it's always funny, right? One of my biggest strengths is that I'll try to be very meticulous on anything I'm doing. It's sometimes a blessing and it sometimes not a good thing. So I don't like to use that word. So I was reading about it and I then stumbled on this. And I'm like, I'm sure gov.uk is a website I read a lot. And so I'm reading this thing and I'm like, I never really, really paid attention to the fact that this is a document that they actually have put out that you don't need to put. And what's that? There are certain documents that the UK doesn't care that you show them. Like your hotel reservation, maybe showing me bank statement for 1 year. Particularly when the bank statement is not a recent one. What else? ID card.
Driving license, credit card statement.
ATM, credit card.
Evidence of car ownership, personal photographs, business card.
No, so usually what we show, but usually what we show before now, we always show hotel and
we always show that 100%.
Not that we will really change it for most countries, but countries like UK. So for example, in Schengen, when you go for, let's assume you go for Portugal, Schengen areas will require that. You buy your insurance and all that. UK doesn't require that. So that's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is why. And why the UK? That's the question everyone should ask.
So why?
So I always say that UK has a very great relationship with Nigeria. Their process is very, very simple. So their logic here is, if you have £3,000 that you can show me that you've earned and you've saved, you can already afford a ticket.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So
you don't really need to, like, booking a ticket is not going to sway me.
To give me the
So actually, I'm busting the myth that even I have always, followed the rules. I'm pretty sure that no embassy cares whether you buy, you book a ticket. Apart from Schengen, because it's a requirement. You have to have paid for a ticket.
So basically what they want to see is that you have the money.
Yes. But the Schengen area is pretty different. Their policy is different.
Schengen, you've not really given us the gist about your visits.
I say actually
Yes,
have
that's
never
true.
spoken about it though. I'll just visit to Spain.
So we are going to reserve 30 minutes.
How many minutes do you have left?
Not today. Not today.
One
So
time.
we are going to reserve.
I won't lie.
You
One
should
of
have
the
like
words-
the guest.
one of the
You are the guest.
one of
on
the
next
things about that
episode.
trip was boring.
It doesn't matter. Come and tell us.
It was
KOJ, I feel like
boring.
My
it would be
reality was
nicer
boring.
if you
Other
have
people will not
somebody.
go.
Yeah,
Somebody who
we're
can
going
like be
together
creating
next time.
content together and everything.
no,
I
we're
feel
going
like
together next time.
what do you want to do there?
It's good that you put it out there so that people that are planning to go
Yeah.
alone.
Because
go and
I
look for
see
a
solo
partner.
travelers talk about it. Loneliness is probably one of the most. There are some things that it's fun in sports. But for instance, when I went to Madrid, to Santiago
I did not
Bernabeu,
hear what that
it
day.
was boring.
Tell me why a Chelsea fan is going to snap in my
Madrid was
stadium.
my first club. You're the one that just. I love both Madrid and
Newcastle.
Chelsea. That's not,
We
Newcastle,
don't hear
was,
Newcastle.
Newcastle was my
Wait.
first English club.
But Chelsea is English.
Yeah.
And
Madrid is
are
Spanish.
you guys not supposed to have
Leave him.
in
Let him be
Spanish too?
doing. Let him
Yeah, I'm
be
a
thinking that
Madrid
this.
fan.
So what are you not saying?
But he
What
can't be
is-
a Madrid fan. Because he likes, how many times? You like
Actually, I love a
Newcastle.
lot of teams because
You like Chelsea.
I love sports.
Please, can you banter him with the
Nah, there's nothing to banter me. He
Cry.
can't banter me
Cry, Man U.
because
That's
I'm
what
in
I
the
saw. I
final.
saw cry, man, you.
That's not why I
I'm
can't
in the
Isaac,
banter.
final.
defend yourself when your coach teaches you guys how to defend. For now, I don't see anything.
Ooh,
What is it?
What's
She was
first,
fast.
what's the name of my coach?
she doesn't even know anymore because she makes a point. Your team's defense. Onana at 80.
Wait, I don't
Bro,
understand.
guys,
Let me. I
happening
simply,
at
I
landmark.
can simply,
May-
I can simply defend this
May-
team.
Stop defending
May
yourself.
21st.
My centre backs are injured.
We're celebrating.
My centre backs are injured.
You
That's
don't
an
have as much
excuse.
injuries as Chelsea.
That's
My
an
bo-
excuse.
Count.
I've got 14.
Are they starters?
Yes.
My starters. Let me tell you my starters. Did you see the lineup yesterday?
Bro, now you're
Boys,
being
wait,
emotional.
they-
Bro,
Boys,
bro,
Isaac,
bro,
you have
bro,
been
bro,
too, you have been too
Bro, you have been too
defensive.
emotional.
For somebody that could not
Excuses
defend
now.
themselves
My
yesterday.
lineup. My first team, they injured.
And so you did forget your
No
work.
Rashford.
Your coach.
My captain,
Rashford has done
Bruno
anything.
Fernandes.
Shout out to
his
Ayo.
presence.
Shout out to Ayo Sterling.
presence.
MRS. Shout out to Martinelli, Rashford, and Sterling of Bataliga.
I'm counting.
All right, do we go back
Harry
to
Maguire,
KOJ's visit?
Rafael Varane is out.
No, the
All
visit
of a sudden he wants
is
to talk
next
about it.
episode.
Tyrone Malacia is out.
Isaac's story is boring.
It's
That's what I'm
boring.
trying to.
It's boring because I don't know what
Shall
he's
I
trying to
for-
do.
Listen, just the shalaye.
Producer, how many minutes do we have left?
So when what's your last match of the season?
My last match of the season, I don't know, maybe Arsenal. I don't
Check.
really care.
Is it? Are you home? What's that?
I don't really care.
I may be at the theater of failure to go and watch
Are you
it.
serious? No, I don't want to do.
Ah,
No,
my
I'm
brother,
not watching my
the
game.
banter will be premium.
But I mean, I'm going to win and you'll be sad. So, I mean, why are you not going to your first? Why are you not going to your stadium?
I'll go.
No.
I think we're away though,
No,
but I'm
don't,
not sure.
don't go to my stadium.
I'm going on.
No, to go to your stadium. Go and see
And
your
there'll
two-
be so many
your two Champions
pictures
League
and
trophies.
videos. Anyway, so yeah, we can create time and we'll talk about that experience. Honestly, I still wish I wish I had like a video everywhere because right from the first place where the ticket that I decided to pick, I said, let me take Qatar, let me not take Morocco. What was that Maroc? Because everybody
Maroc.
complains about racism. Only for me to say I'm the only black person from Doha to
yeah, you said
Barcelona. I said this was going to keep me in the room. There's no way I'm going to avoid this thing. I was so convinced. I was going to start texting people that I love you. The ones that I've never told I love you. But yeah, we'll talk about it. So certainly.
Wait, there's one
certainly.
more thing we've not spoken on. It's not immigration related. What's that just about the US trying to set up military bases in Nigeria?
Nobody knows.
I can talk about our leaders. I don't want to talk about our people. Maybe they
I
don't
don't want
see.
to be seen.
My professor in my school last year, Professor Jimo Ibrahim, has been talking about it. That it's not a good thing. I think I agree. I sense that Nigeria wants to collect money. That's why.
Do you
That one
have
saved
plans of applying for a US visa?
No, but KOJ,
Leave it.
if those soldiers come to
Leave it.
Nigeria and
Leave
funny,
the
funny,
topic
funny,
alone. Just
and I
leave
end
that
up
topic.
meeting one of them, am
Hi.
I qualified to become a?
Hi, leave the topic.
dreams won't, your imagination won't kill him. See, the imagination says, you don't even correlate. Okay, soldier come, you can't fall in love with them. Like,
Yes.
So
does that make me
you know, it's
a
interesting.
British
Like, so
citizen?
you've got US wanting to put a military base, France.
Yeah,
and you know,
France.
France has been yanked off like 2 or 3 countries. So they're looking for who is stupid enough to collect their money.
still not stupid enough.
I don't think Nigeria will do it.
This one, this
I
guy
feel
will
like
go
they
to France
should.
up and down.
to help the women?
I don't understand. The ones here, you don't even finish.
You be like, say this guy, they do that.
It's
to
Jack
you.
Macron.
Like,
Auntie wants a blue or red passport.
You don't have to go for
Anyway.
now. I do have a blue
Tell
passport.
them,
No. You don't even have a green
Use your
passport.
passport.
Is it ECOWAS? You should have asked him. Is it ECOWAS?
I actually have a blue passport.
You know they ain't go Ghana. Now ECOWAS passport.
I'm actually serious.
Which country?
That's not 25k.
Which
I don't
country?
even know how much
ECOWAS
it is.
should be.
Eh?
Which country?
Me? So I'm a citizen of both Canada and the UK.
But you know, it's funny. We talk about it in the office. So we need to do that Lagos, Cotonou, Togo, Ghana trip. I don't know how many of us.
Why
but
did
No,
I
I'm
think-
down.
speaking
no.
French?
Really, me, I'm down. Oh, to be very
Oh, yeah.
honest.
Mumsy, you don't have time.
Road trip.
Nah, not for
Let's
me.
do road trip.
Mumsy doesn't have
Ah,
time.
but
Nah,
like, go cost
not
too.
me.
But everybody
I
now, you gonna bring your own money, or BYOM.
Last
Bring your
year
own
that
money.
we discussed, the
Company
KOJ
sponsored.
did not say. You said you were going to sponsor.
let's do one country. Let's just go to
Like Cotonou,
let's
Togo.
just go to. It's not fun.
Togo.
now. I
I've
said
always heard great about
take-
Lome.
No, I prefer
you
go
take
Lome,
bike-
Togo.
Lome, abi?
Go Togo.
Everybody,
Go Togo. You
everybody
like
talks
it.
great about Lome.
go to Benin Republic.
Go Togo.
Like two people for our
Go to
office,
Togo.
two people for our
You
office
like
go
it. Go to
school for
Togo.
Cotonou now. Maybe they ask for their certificate.
Who should go to? Person's go.
Why they laugh now? I just I
Sure,
try
right?
to remember.
Okay, Esut.
Who be that?
She will drag.
Who?
Who is the person now? Talk now.
Names were.
Oh, she goes to Forgotten. That's crazy. That's massive. Oh, she no goes to Gato. Eh? I know they asked now. That's massive.
I will cut
When
this
she watches
out.
this episode, it's not me.
She know they watch this episode, so we go no proof.
No, but for Risha, we should do maybe Benin Republic.
So there are a couple of colleges in Canada.
Yeah.
That are looking to. What are they even looking to do there?
Court.
Admit fewer students. And
Is
Yeah.
it that
Already
they
we
are
talked
looking
about
to
Fleming.
admit or because of the
they
power?
no get enough space.
It's
Already
because of
Fleming
the
don't
power.
talk their
But they
own.
never
but
like
we've
share
got like 30.
the-
We've got Cambrian, Canada, Conestoga,
So they didn't do
Fanshawe,
what?
Georgia.
We did not share the gist about that student that we have get a pal in 3 days. Depends on the school, Sha.
I mean, if you didn't do, but
Depends on the school.
I mean, yeah, you get sometimes you get
Was it 3
lucky.
days? Submitted on Friday, got it on Monday.
On Monday.
That's like one working day.
You
Yeah,
work,
it's actually one working
you do
day.
work overtime.
Oh.
You know, you've got over 200 schools in Canada.
So,
But we also need to talk about this policy and how it's biting people in the ass. This policy that Canada is saying that when you submit your master's LOA, they have to verify from your school.
Nothing actually, it messes with us. So
Biko,
you actually
follow up
mess
with your school. You only have 7 working days
Bro.
for them to verify your LOA. Oh. No
But
go
why are
pick
they
school.
doing that? Because they now know that people that
no,
most people are
nah.
going for masters.
Yeah.
You know why now? That Indian case of
Yeah.
700 or something
That they
students,
went to-
we
yeah.
need to go prepare
Yeah.
LOA for them.
Yeah.
That's
Where
true.
you know if you verify.
That's true.
So
Wow.
that's how
I
that
didn't
was
remember
what
that.
happened.
Yeah, I remember
now.
that. This
That was
that,
what happened.
But I think
So
they forget those guys now. Something. Or
they,
they're allowed.
They let-
again, it's
allow
politics
them,
now. The other party was saying that it's really responsible for us to send them back.
Yeah.
That part of the shalaye we do. So every country has its own shalaye. Oh.
So they're now doing verification. They will verify my POF.
Yeah, so your school doesn't respond.
Wait, they will verify my POF. They will verify my
Your
LOA.
pal.
They will
Yeah.
soon begin. They verify your marriages too. You just don't know.
They go to check. Oh, are you serious? They go to check.
Anyway,
I don't know why
guys.
you have to submit
Your
supporting
marriage
documents for
documents.
it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't go Thailand. Thailand is where you want to go
happening in
visit.
Thailand is really
Like we were
cool.
talking about top countries to go to now: Thailand, Poland,
Singapore,
Philippines.
hey, this Singapore is
Cheapest
drawing
ones.
me.
Rwanda,
Nah.
You don't want to go Korea.
Ghana.
Go play Korea. You don't watch K-drama.
If you want to school in
I'm not-
Asia,
I
we
don't
can
like-
help you.
I've read
And
about
your money,
this
once your money
policy
is
of the
not too
country.
much, and you don't mind language, wahala, please don't come and stress me if you don't have, if you can't afford it. Because people say, I have $4,000, $5,000. I say, okay, go to Asia. They say, I know, COVID. Like,
So reason why
Africans, you guys are, Isaac, let's
Should
be
I was
frank.
telling
oh,
you
you
guys
guys
are
are
saying
big.
the
Is
other-
it easy
You
for
were-
anyone to transition? Is it easy for anyone to
It's really
transition
easy.
from
Just put
there
your mind,
to...
particularly when you are young. That's why I
But
said,
wait, so
if
when
you are not
people
married,
say-
like, what's the difficulty in going or immigrating if you want to immigrate?
When
You don't
people
want to live
say
in Nigeria.
language, barrier
But
language,
yeah, I
want
mean,
to
if
use
you
your
learn
language.
the second language, are you not going to use it to make
Yes.
money?
Yeah, it's a
You
plus
will
for
go
you.
to
It's
an
a
plus for you
interpreter
now.
now.
It's a plus for you.
I mean, that's a vague thing we used to say when we were growing up. If 2,000 people go to China, we want to turn to an interpreter. But the
No.
point is that if you
It's
do
actually-
well, companies will pay you and keep
Yes,
you.
no.
Yeah.
Like what we're discussing, those little things are added, you know, it has
Value.
more,
There's
yeah,
a
added
conversation
value.
about to start about having money and preparing for your jackpot plans. So there was something that happened last week. I hope the person doesn't listen to this episode.
I'll cut it out.
We're having a consult. And this person said, oh, this is how much I have in my account. And we're telling the person, this money will not reach. And
Do
the person was
anything.
arguing with us that somebody. I was like, this is new policy. This is how much. And it's so painful because they say customer is right, quite all right. But sometimes before you come for consult, you
Have
should
an
go and do
open
your own
mind.
personal research. Do you
Oh,
understand?
I think
Or
the
even have
personal
an
research
open
is the
mind.
problem.
Yeah, have an
I
open
think the
mind.
personal
Have an
research
open
is the
mind.
problem. When you are coming, maybe all the things that somebody,
Yes,
there's only
that's
that
when you
somebody
come.
has said, just
Yeah,
drop it
yeah,
down.
just drop it and come with an open mind. Because we're having that argument, and the person was like, you know the crazy part, the person wasn't going alone. The money the person has is not even enough
Yeah,
for
for
one
one
person.
person.
And the person wants to go with, I think, 4 other people. And the person was now arguing with us. We're not even doing back and forth. The person was talking, we're just there on the call. Because you wanted.
Now for his status, I see him.
What you wanted?
I go there ask my guy, say, see him.
What you wanted the person? So the truth is, Jackpot, when you have the money, please come to us. We'll do it seamlessly. No problem. Do you understand? But if you don't have the money,
but if you know you're coconutted, or people already tell you that you have coconutted, pay for consult.
Thank you. If you want to come and tell us what your friend
Not
has done in the past,
somebody is not friend. It's
or
somebody.
what someone has done in the past, pay for consults. We'll argue. We'll now down 1 hour. We'll tell you, okay, we'll bring our points. You bring your points. Do you understand? But don't
Consultation
come.
is not free.
It's not free. Don't come and waste our time free. No. But if you have your money, you're ready to jackpot. Come, we'll do it for you.
If it didn't day,
If you didn't day,
Where is it? Didn't they?
didn't day.
the day is day.
Day.
That is the day.
Anyhow, guys, it's been nice
What
speaking
if
to
that's the way
you.
they train at them? Hi, I'm the day.
Just
You know when
I'm not the day.
I
I'm
saw
the day.
something on Twitter trending one day. I think it was
the bride.
about it's not my birthday. I'm not the
okay. I'm not the
birthday
baby boy. I'm not the baby
I'm not the
boy.
baby
We have
boy.
had KOG
I'm not the
episode
king of
too now.
Japa. He's the king of Japa.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I'm
kind
not the
of
king
thing.
of Jackpot.
Of
Yeah,
course
big
you are
head
not.
writer.
I'm Medici. And I'm
This
signing
Medici-
out. Love and light.
See,
It's very
Isaac,
beautiful.
let me tell you something. When I see that
See, let's end
medicine,
this
do you know
podcast.
what I say?
What?
Is this medicine? Is he into medicine?
You guys are not, we the bourgeoisie.
Please help us cut this
Spell
thing.
bourgeois.
I really tell you this, but we the bourgeoisie, you understand? We know
He said
these
you should
things.
spell it now.
Next time you hear us, we would have gone to Anambra for Aka Fest.
Yeah.
Sorry, Oka Anambra. I'm sorry. Announce it.
You say
I'm
Aka
sorry.
first.
And let's
Oh, you still say Oka. You say Aka. And you're telling him to pronounce bourgeoisie. You're telling him to spell bourgeoisie.
I'm not Igbo now.
It doesn't matter.
Is he the-
Am I bourgeoisie is French.
Oh my.
It's French. Bourgeoisie.
Okay, so what me and Kasha say is January 2025, everything has open for all countries. I'm sorry. But tell them about where we are going. SFS, Digital Awakening. I can't pronounce the Igbo.
We're going to be in SM Fest happening in Oka on 11th of May 2024. So if you are in, by the time
By the time they will go see them, but I'm just telling them.
if you are
Love and light,
in
guys.
Enugu, Oka, Asaba, and you want to meet the king of Japa,
King
see
of
you
Japs.
at SM Fest.
The
We'll share
Japs.
clips, cha. We'll share clips on our social media platforms. Maybe.
Maybe you record him about it and then you share it.
All right, guys. Bye.
Alright, signing out.
I'll do the
light.
sign outs now.
Up United.
All right, guys.
Up Madrid.
Love and light.
United.
this one?
And let's keep defending.
I thought you said
Say
you
now,
will
let's
still
keep
start
def-
standing up at the end of the episode.
Say now,
Bye.
let's keep defending. Bye.